East. East is the direction the sun rises from. Expensive. Expensive things cost a lot of money. Flower. A flower is the colored part of a plant. Garden. A garden is an area where people grow plants. Holiday. A holiday is a special day of celebration. Many. Many shows million. Many. Many shows that there is a large number of something. Million. A million is another way to write the number 1000. Mountain. A mountain is a very high hill. Place. A place is a space or area. Popular. A popular thing is liked by many people. Ski. To ski is to glide on long pieces of wood or metal over snow. Such. Such means like this. Total. Total shows that everyone or everything has been counted. Tower. A tower is a tall, narrow building. Town. A town is a place where people live and work. And train. A train is a group of railway cars can walk. To walk is to move forward using legs. But watch. To watch is to look at someone or something for a period of time. World. The world is the earth and all the people and things in it. Anxious. Anxious means feeling worried or nervous. Awful. An awful thing is very bad. Consist. To consist of certain is to be made of parts or things. Desire. To desire is to want something. Eager. Eager shows excitement about something. Household. A household is all the people who live in one house. Intent. An intent is a plan to do something. Landscape. A landscape is how an area of land looks. Lift. To lift something is to move it higher. Load. To load is to put objects into something. Lung. A lung is a part of the body that fills with air when breathing. Motion. A motion is a movement that someone makes. Pace. The pace of something is the speed at which it happens. Polite. Polite shows a thoughtful and kind behavior. Possess. To possess something is to have it or own it. Rapidly. Rapidly means happening very fast. Remark. To remark is to say something. Seek. To seek is to look for something. Shine. To shine is to make a bright light. Spill. To spill is to accidentally make something fall out of its container. Arrow. An arrow is a thin, straight stick shot from a bow. Battle. A battle is a fight between two armies during a war. Bow. A bow is a weapon made of curved wood and string that shoots arrows. Brave. A brave person is not afraid to face pain or danger. Chief. A chief is the leader of a group of people. Disadvantage. A disadvantage is a situation that makes it hard to do something. Enemy. An enemy is a country that is fighting another country during a war. Entrance. An entrance is a place where someone can enter an area. Hardly. Hardly shows that something happens in a very small way. Intend. To intend to do something means to plan to do it. Laughter. Laughter is the sound produced by laughing about something funny. Log. A log is a thick piece of wood that is cut from a tree. Military. The military is the armed forces of a country. Obey. To obey means to follow what a law or a person says to do. Secure. To secure something means to get it after a lot of effort. Steady. Steady shows that someone or something does not change much. Trust. To trust is to believe that someone is honest and will twist. When we twist something, we turn it around and around. Unless. Unless means if not, or except when. Weapon. A weapon is an object used to hurt people. Chest. The chest is the front part of a body between the neck and stomach. Confidence. Confidence is a feeling of certainty or a consequence. A consequence is a result of a choice or action. Disaster. A disaster is a really bad thing that happens. Disturb. To disturb someone means to upset that person. Estimate. To estimate something means to make a guess about it. Honor. To honor is to show respect for someone or something. Impress. To impress someone means to make that person proud or amazed. Narrow. A narrow object or space is thin, not wide. Pale. Pale means that a color or thing is not bright. Rough. A rough thing is not even or smooth. Satisfy. To satisfy someone means to make that person happy. Scream. To scream means to make a loud noise with your mouth. Sensitive. A sensitive person or thing is easily hurt. Shade. Shade is a dark area that something makes when it blocks the sun. Strength. Strength is the ability to do hard work or exercise. Supplement. To supplement something is to add something else to it in a good way. Terror. Terror is a feeling of very strong fear. Threat. A threat is something bad that might happen. Victim. A victim is a person who is hurt by a bad action. Ancestor. An ancestor is a family member from the past. Angle. An angle is the direction from which something is looked at. Boot. A boot is a heavy shoe that goes up above a person's ankle. Border. A border is the edge of an area. Congratulate. To congratulate someone is to tell them that you are happy for them. Frame. A frame is a border for a picture or mirror. Heaven. Heaven is the place that some believe people go to after they die. Incredible. An incredible thing is so amazing that it is hard to believe. Legend. A legend is a story from the past. Praise. To praise is to show that you like someone or something. Proceed. To proceed is to go somewhere or to continue doing something. Pure. A pure thing is very clear and beautiful. Relative. A relative is a family member. Senior. A senior person is older or more experienced. Silent. A silent person or thing makes no sound. Sink. To sink into something is to slowly fall into it. Superior. A superior person or thing is better than another. Surround. To surround something is to close in on it from all sides. Thick. A thick thing is wide and solid. Wrap. To wrap is to cover something on all sides. Also. Also means in addition to, or automatically. If an action happens automatically, it happens without thinking or planning. Busy. A busy person has a lot of things to do. Can. Can shows that a person or thing has the ability to do an action. Clear. To clear is to remove everything from a place. Close. To close is to shut something or cover up an opening. Discuss. To discuss is to talk about something with another person. Feel. To feel is to experience an emotion, or listen. To listen is to pay attention to a sound that you can hear. Meet. To meet is to come together so that you can talk or do something together. Music. Music is the sound made by singing or playing musical instruments. Normal. A normal thing is usual and not strange. Quiet. Relax. Quiet. If something is quiet, it does not make much sound. Relax. To relax is to rest or do something enjoyable. Sleep. To sleep is to rest your mind and body, usually at night in bed. Stress. Stress is a strong feeling of worry caused by problems in life, work, etc. Study. To study is to learn something by reading, memorizing, or going to school. Talk. To talk is to say words to express your thoughts, opinions, etc. Work. To work is to do a job that you get paid for. Write. To write is to use a pen or keyboard to make letters and numbers on paper or a screen. Basis. The basis of something is the main part of it. Biology. Biology is the study of living things. Cage. A cage is something that holds an animal so it cannot leave. Colleague. A colleague is somebody you work with. Colony. A colony is a country controlled by another country. Debate. To debate is to seriously discuss something with someone. Depart. To depart is to leave some place so you can go to another place. Depress. To depress someone is to make that person sad. Factual. A factual report or message includes true details. To fascinate someone is to make that person very interested. Factual. A factual report. Fascinate. To fascinate someone is to make that person very interested. Mission. A mission is an important job that is sometimes far away. Nevertheless. Nevertheless shows a difference to what is expected or known. Occupation. An occupation is a person's job. Overseas. Overseas shows an action happens in another country, across an ocean. Persuade. To persuade someone is to make that person agree to do something. Route. A route is the way you go from one place to another. Ruins. Ruins are old buildings that are not used anymore. Scholar. A scholar is a person who studies something and knows a lot about it. Significant. A significant person or thing is important. Volcano. A volcano is a mountain with a hole on top where hot liquid comes out. Broad. Broad means that something is wide, not narrow. Bush. A bush is a woody plant that is smaller than a tree. Capable. A capable person or thing can do an action. Cheat. To cheat is to be dishonest in order to win or do well. Concentrate. To concentrate is to give one's full attention to something. Conclude. To conclude is to arrive at a logical end by looking at evidence. Confident. Confident people believe that they can do something without failing. Considerable. Considerable means large in size, amount, or extent. Convey. To convey is to communicate or make ideas known. Definite. A definite thing is certain or sure to be true. Delight. Delight is a feeling of being very happy with something. Destination. A destination is the place where someone or something is going. Edge. The edge is the furthest part or side of something. Instructions. A set of instructions explains how to do something. Path. A path is a way from one place to another that people can walk along. Resort. To resort to something is to depend on it in order to solve a problem. Shadow. A shadow is the dark area that is made when something blocks light. Succeed. To succeed is to complete something as planned. Suspect. To suspect something is to believe that it might be true. Valley. A valley is a low area of land between two mountains or hills. Against. To be against something is to be touching it or opposed to it. Beach. The beach is a sandy or rocky place by the ocean. Damage. To damage something is to break it. Discover. To discover something is to find it for the first time. Emotion. An emotion is how you feel. Fix. To fix something is to make it work. Identify. To identify something is to find out what it is. Island. An island is land in the middle of water. Ocean. The ocean is all of the salt water that surrounds land. Perhaps. Perhaps is used when you say that something could happen. Pleasant. If something is pleasant, you enjoy it. Prevent. To prevent something is to stop it from happening. Rock. A rock is a hard thing in the dirt. Save. To save something is to keep it from being hurt. Smile. To smile is to show happiness with your mouth. Step. To step is to walk. Still. Still is used when you say that a situation keeps going on. Taste. A taste is the flavor something makes in your mouth. Throw. To throw something is to use your hand to make it go through the air. Wave. A wave is a line of water that moves higher than the rest of the water. Citizen. A citizen is someone who lives in a certain place. Council. A council is a group of people who run a city or town. Declare. To declare is to say something officially. Enormous. Enormous people or things are very large. Extraordinary. Extraordinary things are amazing. Fog. Fog is a thick cloud that is near the ground or water. Funeral. A funeral is a ceremony that takes place after a person dies. Giant. Giant means very big. Impression. An impression is the way of thinking about someone or something. Intention. An intention is what a person plans to do. Mad. A mad person or animal is angry. Ought. If you ought to do an action, it is the right thing to do. Resist. To resist something is to fight against it. Reveal. To reveal is to show something. Rid. To rid is to make a place free from something or someone. Sword. A sword is a long, sharp weapon. Tale. A tale is a story. Trap. To trap people or animals is to capture them so they cannot get away. Trial. A trial is the way a court discovers if a person is guilty or innocent. Violent. A violent person or animal uses force to hurt others. Admission. Admission is the act of allowing to enter a place. Astronomy. Astronomy is the study of the stars and planets. Blame. To blame someone for something bad is to say they did it. Chemistry. Chemistry is the study of substances and reactions between them. Despite. Despite shows a difference from what is expected. Dinosaur. A dinosaur is a very big animal that lived millions of years ago. Exhibit. To exhibit is to show something so that people can go look at it. Fame. Fame is a reputation one has gained among the public. Forecast. A forecast is an idea about what the weather will be like in the future. Genius. A genius is a very smart person. Gentle. Someone who is gentle is kind and calm. Geography. Geography is the study of the earth, its land, weather, etc. Interfere. To interfere is to cause problems and keep something from happening. Lightly. To do something lightly is to not push very hard. Principal. A principal is a person in charge of a school. Row. A row is a line of things. Shelf. A shelf is a place on a wall where you put things. Spite. Spite is the desire to be mean. Super. Super means really good. Wet. A wet thing has water on it. Abuse. To abuse means to hurt someone or something on purpose. Afford. To afford something means to have enough money to pay for it. Bake. To bake means to cook food in an oven. Bean. A bean is a plant seed that is good to eat. Candle. A candle is a stick of wax that is lit. Convert. To convert something means to change it into something else. Debt. A debt is an amount of money that a person owes. Decrease. To decrease something is to make it less than it was before. Fault. A fault is responsibility for a mistake. Fund. A fund is an amount of money that people have. Generous. A generous person likes to give things to people. Ingredient. An ingredient is something that is part of a food dish. Insist. To insist means to be firm in telling people what to do. Mess. A mess is a condition that is not clean or neat. Metal. Metal is a strong material people use to build things. Monitor. To monitor people or things is to watch them closely. Oppose. To oppose something means to dislike it or act against it. Passive. A passive person does not take action to solve problems. Quantity. A quantity is a certain amount of something. Sue. To sue is to take someone to court for some harmful action. Adequate. Something adequate is good enough. Anxiety. Anxiety is a feeling of worry and fear. Army. An army is a large group of people who fight in wars. Billion. A billion is a very large number. 1,000. Carve. To carve means to cut into something. Consult. To consult means to ask someone for help. Emergency. An emergency is a time when someone needs help right away. Fortune. Fortune means the things that happen but are not controlled by a person. Guarantee. I will guarantee that the loan will be repaid. Initial. Initial shows that something is first. Intense. An intense thing is very strong. Lend. To lend something is to give it to someone for a short time. Peak. The peak is the very top of a mountain. Potential. Potential means capable of being, but not. Pride. Pride is a feeling of happiness about one. Peak. Potential. Potential means capable of being, but not yet actual or real. Pride. Pride is a feeling of happiness about oneself or one's things. Proof. Proof is a fact that shows something is real. Quit. To quit something means to stop doing it. Spin. To spin is to turn around in circles. Tiny. A tiny thing is very small. Tutor. A tutor is someone who gives lessons to one student. Apparent. Apparent means clear or easy to see. Blind. A blind person or animal cannot see. Calculate. To calculate is to find an answer using math. Chat. To chat is to talk with someone. Commit. To commit to something is to promise to do it. Compose. To compose something is to make it from smaller parts. Dormitory. A dormitory is a school building where students live. Exhaust. To exhaust someone is to make that person tired. Greenhouse. A greenhouse is a small glass building that is used to grow plants. Ignore. To ignore something is to act like you do not see or hear it. Obvious. Obvious means clear or easy to see. Physics. Physics is a science that deals with energy and how. Portion. A portion of something is a part of it. Remind. To remind is to tell someone to remember to do something. Secretary. A secretary is a person who works in an office. Severe. Severe means very bad or serious. Talent. A talent is a natural ability to do something well. Thesis. A thesis is an idea that needs to be proved. Uniform. A uniform is a piece of clothing worn by people. Vision. Vision is the ability to see. Absorb. To absorb a liquid means to take it inside. Boss. A boss is a person in charge of other people at work. Charitable. A charitable organization aims to help people. Committee. A committee is a group of people who meet together to make decisions. Contract. A contract is a written agreement between two people. Crew. A crew is a group of workers. Devote. To devote time to something means to spend a lot of time doing it. Dig. To dig is to make a hole in the ground. Dine. To dine means to eat dinner. Donate. To donate is to give something to a charity or organization. Double. Double means twice as much or twice as many. Flavor. A flavor is the taste of food or drinks. Foundation. A foundation is a group that provides money for research. Generation. A generation is a group of people who live at the same time. Handle. A handle is the part of an object people hold while using it. Layer. A layer covers over something or is one of several pieces lying on top of each other. Mud. Mud is soft, wet dirt. Smooth. A smooth thing has no bumps or rough parts. Soil. Soil is the top layer of land on the earth. Unique. A unique person or thing is not like others. Academy. An academy is a special type of school. Ancient. An academy is a special type of school. Ancient. If something is ancient, it is very old. Board. A board is a flat piece of wood. Century. A century is 100 years. Clue. A clue is a fact or object that helps solve a mystery or crime. Concert. A concert is an event where you listen to people play music. County. A county is the largest division of a state in a country. Dictionary. A dictionary is a book that tells you what words mean. Exist. To exist is to be real. Flat. Flat describes something that is level and smooth with no curved parts. Gentleman. A gentleman is a nice man. Hidden. Hidden means not easily noticed or too hard to find. Maybe. Maybe is used to show that something is. Officer. An officer is a leader in the army. Original. If something is original, it is the first one of that thing. Pound. To pound something is to hit it many times with a process. A process is the steps to take to do something. Publish. To publish a book is to get it printed and ready to sell. Theater. A theater is a building where you watch plays, shows, and movies. Wealth. Wealth is the total of one's possessions. Aim. An aim is a goal someone wants to make happen. Attach. To attach is to put two things together. Bet. To bet is to risk money on the result of a game or a business. Carriage. A carriage is a vehicle pulled by a horse. Classic. A classic thing is something that is common from the past. Commute. To commute is to travel a long distance to get to work. Confirm. To confirm is to make sure something is correct. Criticize. To criticize is to say bad things about someone or something. Differ. To differ is to not be the same as another person or thing. Expense. An expense is the money that people spend on something. Formal. A formal thing is official or serious. Height. Height is how tall someone or something is. Invent. To invent is to create something that never existed before. Junior. A junior person is younger or less experienced. Labor. Labor is the act of doing or making something. Mechanic. A mechanic is someone who fixes vehicles or machines. Prime. Prime shows that something is the most important one. Shift. To shift is to move into a different place or direction. Signal. A signal is a sound or action that tells someone to do something. Sincere. A sincere person is honest, especially. Ability. Ability is the quality of a person being able to do something well. Agriculture. Agriculture is the growing of plants and raising of animals for food. Cartoon. A cartoon is a funny drawing. Ceiling. The ceiling is the top of a room. Convince. To convince someone means to make that person sure of something. Curious. A curious person or animals wants to know about something. Delay. To delay means to wait to do something. Diary. A diary is a book in which people write their personal experiences. Element. An element of something is a faith. Faith is trust or belief without proof. Grain. A grain is a food crop such as wheat, corn, rice, or oats. Greet. To greet someone means to meet and welcome that person. Investigate. To investigate means to search for something or learn about it. Joy. Joy is a feeling of great happiness. Label. A label is a tag that tells about something. Monk. A monk is a religious person who lives a simple life. Odd. Something odd is unusual. Pause. To pause means to stop doing something for a while. Priest. A priest is a person trained to perform religious duties. A profession is a person's job.
He loved sailing, so he chose.
Ball. A ball is a round object that is thrown, kicked, or hit in a game or sport. Bottom. The bottom is the lowest part, point, or level of something. Company. A company is a business or organization that makes or sells goods or services. Drink. To drink is to take liquid into the body through the mouth. Few. A few things is a small number of them. Line. A line is a row of people or things. Pet. A pet is an animal, such as a cat or dog, that people keep and care for. Product. A product is something grown or made in a factory in order to be sold. Responsible. A responsible person is in charge of someone or something. Sell. To sell is to give something to someone in exchange for money. Snake. A snake is an animal with a long, thin body and no legs. Stand. To stand is to use the legs and feet to hold the body upright. Strange. A strange thing is unusual or surprising. Tea. Tea is a drink made by pouring boiling water onto dried leaves. Test. To test is to examine something to see if its quality is good. Tongue. A tongue is the movable muscle inside the mouth that is used to speak, eat, and drink. They. They refers to two or more people or things. Type. A type is a particular kind or group of things or people. Very. Very is used to emphasize an adjective or adverb. Wait. To wait is to stay in a place until an expected event happens. Accomplish. To accomplish something means to finish it. Approve. To approve of something means you like or agree with that thing. Approximate. Approximate means close to an exact amount, number, or time. Barrier. A barrier is something that blocks a path or way. Detect. To detect means to notice or find something. Duty. A duty is something that a person has to do. Elementary. An elementary thing is the first or most simple thing. Failure. A failure happens when something is not done right. Gradual. Something gradual happens slowly. Immigrant. An immigrant is a person who moves to a different country. Insert. To insert something means to put it in something else. Instant. An instant is a very short amount of time. Poverty. Poverty is the state of being poor. Pretend. To pretend means to make believe something is real. Rank. A rank is a person's place in an order of people. Recognition. Recognition is the act of getting praise from other people. Refrigerate. To refrigerate something means to make it cold. Rent. Rent is the money people pay to live in a certain place. Retire. To retire is to leave a job, usually because of old age. Statistic. A statistic is a number that tells a fact about something. Accident. An accident is unexpected and may cause some trouble. Astronaut. An astronaut is a person who goes into outer space. Awake. A person who is awake is not asleep. Courage. Courage is the feeling of not being afraid. Float. To float is to move on top of water without sinking. Grant. To grant something is to allow someone to have it. Gravity. Gravity is the force that makes things fall to earth. Jewel. A jewel is a beautiful stone that is worth a lot of money. Miner. A miner is a person who works in a mine. Mineral. A mineral is a type of substance found in the earth. Participate. To participate is to be active and do something. Permission. Permission means the act of allowing some action. Pour. To pour a liquid means to make it come out of a container. Raw. A raw material is natural and has not been processed. Satellite. A satellite is a scale. The scale of something is its size, especially when it is very large. Skip. To skip something is to not do it. Stretch. To stretch is to make your arms or legs reach out. Telescope. A telescope is a tool people use to look at the stars. Underground. An underground action happens below the surface of the earth. Alarm. An alarm is something that warns people of danger. Arrest. To arrest someone means to catch that person for doing something bad. Award. An award is a prize for doing something well. Breed. A breed is a group of animals within a species. Bucket. A bucket is a round container to put things in. Contest. A contest is a game or a race. Convict. To convict means to prove that someone did a bad thing. Festival. A festival is an event that is held to celebrate a particular thing. Garage. A garage is the part of a house where people put their cars. Journalist. A journalist is a person who writes news stories. Pup. A pup is a young dog. Qualify. To qualify is to have or do things that are needed for something. Repair. To repair something is to fix it. Resume. To resume something means to start it again after taking a break. Rob. To rob is to take property by using force. Slip. To slip means to slide and fall down. Somewhat. Somewhat means to some degree, but not to a large degree. Stable. A stable thing will not move, change, or fall over. Tissue. A tissue is a soft piece of paper people use to wipe their noses. Yard. A yard is the ground just outside of a house. Best. The best person or thing is better than all the others. Card. A card is a small piece of plastic or paper used to buy or use things. Crowd. A crowd is a large group of people who are together in one place. Day. A day is a period of 24 hours. Dish. A dish is a type of food that is cooked in a particular way. Easy. An easy action is not difficult to do. Experience. To experience is to do or see something or have something happen to you. Hotel. A hotel is a place where people stay overnight when hour. An hour is 60 minutes. Light. Light is a form of energy or brightness that makes it possible to see something. Market. A market is a place where people buy and sell products or foods. Plan. To plan is to think about and arrange the details of something you want to do. Price. The price is the amount of money needed to pay for something. Short. A short thing is not long or not tall. Shop. To shop is to visit places where goods are sold in order to look at and buy things. Station. A station is a place where buses and trains stop for passengers. Surprise. To surprise is to cause something that is unexpected. System. A system is a group of related parts that move or work together. Taxi. A taxi is a car and driver that you pay to take you somewhere. Two. Two is the word for the number 2. Bath. A bath is the act of sitting in a tub of water in order to get clean. Bend. To bend is to move something so it is not straight. Chew. To chew is to break up food by using the mouth and teeth. Disabled. A disabled person has a physical problem that makes some activities difficult. Fantastic. A fantastic thing is really good. Fiction. Fiction is a story that is not true. Flag. A flag is a piece of colored cloth that represents something. Inspect. To inspect is to look at something carefully. Journal. A journal is a type of magazine that deals with an academic subject. Liquid. A liquid is a substance that is neither solid nor gas. Marvel. To marvel at something is to feel surprise and interest in it. Overcome. To overcome a problem is to successfully fix it. Recall. To recall something is to remember it. Regret. To regret something is to wish that it hadn't happened. Soul. A soul is a person's spirit. Sufficient. Sufficient shows that something is enough in quality. Surgery. Surgery is medical treatment involving a doctor cutting into a body. Tough. A tough thing is difficult. Tube. A tube is a pipe through which water or air passes. Value. The value of something is what it is worth. Atom. An atom is the smallest unit of a substance. Beautiful. A beautiful thing is good to look at. Breadth. Breadth is the distance from one side to the other side of something. Comet. A comet is an object in space made of ice and rock with a tail of glowing dust. Cover. To cover something is to put things over it. Despair. Despair is the feeling of having no hope. Form. To form is to make, fragment. A fragment is a small part of something. Galaxy. A galaxy is an extremely large collection of star systems. Gloom. Gloom is a state of almost complete darkness or sadness. Large. Something large is very big. Moon. The moon is an object that travels around our Earth. Radiate. To radiate means to send out energy or heat. Roam. To roam means to move around without a plan or purpose. Solitary. A solitary thing is lonely, or the only one. Spectrum. The spectrum is the full range of color, ranging from red to violet. Sphere. A sphere is a three-dimensional round shape, like a ball. Star. A star is a bright, shining thing in the night sky. Status. Status is the position of something or someone in relation to others. Ugly. Something ugly is not good to look at. Accuse. To accuse someone of something is to blame them for doing it. Adjust. To adjust something means to change it so it is better. Amuse. To amuse someone means to do something that is funny or entertaining. Coral. Coral is the hard, colorful material formed by the shells of animals. Cotton. Cotton is a cloth made from the fibers of the cotton plant. Crash. To crash means to hit and break something. Deck. A deck is a wooden floor built outside of a house or the floor of a ship. Engage. To engage in something means to do it. Firm. A firm thing is solid but not too hard. Fuel. Fuel is something that creates heat or energy. Grand. Something grand is big and liked by people. Hurricane. A hurricane is a bad storm that happens over the ocean. Loss. A loss is the act or instance of losing something. Plain. A plain thing is simple and not decorated. Reef. A reef is a group of rocks or coral in the ocean. Shut. To shut something means to close it tightly. Strict. A strict person makes sure others follow rules. Surf. To surf means to use a special board to ride on waves in the ocean. Task. A task is a piece of work to be done that is usually difficult. Zone. A zone is an area that has different qualities from the ones around it. Apology. An apology is what people say to show that they are sorry. Bold. A bold person is not afraid of doing something. Bug. A bug is a small insect. Capture. To capture something is to catch and hold it. Duke. A duke is a man of high social rank, but below a king or queen. Expose. To expose is to make known something that is hidden. Guilty. Guilty people feel bad for something they did. Hire. To hire someone is to pay that person money to work for you. Innocent. An innocent person is not guilty of a crime. Language. A language is a system of communication. Minister. A minister is an important person in government with many duties. Ordinary. Ordinary means normal, or not special in any way. Permanent. Something permanent lasts for a long time, or preserve. To preserve is to protect something from harm. Pronounce. To pronounce is to say the sounds of letters or words. Resemble. To resemble someone is to look like that person. Symptom. A symptom of a bad condition or illness is a sign that it is happening. Tobacco. Tobacco is a plant whose leaves are smoked, such as in cigarettes. Twin. Twins are two children born at the same time. Witch. A witch is a woman with magical powers. Accompany. To accompany other people means to join them or go with them. Bare. A bare thing is plain and not covered. Branch. A branch is the part of a tree with leaves. Breath. A breath is the air that goes into and out of one's lungs. Bridge. A bridge is something that is built over a river so people can cross it. Cast. To cast something means to throw it. Dare. To dare means to be brave enough to try something. Electronic. An electronic thing uses electricity to work. Inn. An inn is a place where travelers can rest and eat. Net. A net is a bag made of strong thread. It is used to catch animals. Philosophy. A philosophy is a way to think about truth and life. Pot. A pot is a deep, round metal container used for cooking. Seed. A seed is the hard part of a plant or fruit that trees grow from. Sharp. A sharp object has a thin edge that cuts things easily. Sort. A sort of something is a type of it. Subtract. To subtract means to take something away. Tight. A tight thing is hard to move because it is firmly in place. Virtual. A virtual thing is very close to being true or accurate. Weigh. To weigh something means to measure how heavy it is. Whisper. To whisper means to say very quietly. Abstract. An abstract thing is an idea or thought, not a physical thing. Annual. An annual event happens once a year. Clay. Clay is a type of heavy, wet soil used to make pots. Cloth. Cloth is material used to make clothes. Curtain. A curtain is a cloth hung over a window or used to divide a room. Deserve. To deserve is to be worthy of something as a result of one's actions. Feather. Feathers are the things covering a bird's bodies. Fertile. Fertile land is able to produce good crops and plants. Flood. A flood is an event in which water covers an area that is usually dry. Furniture. Furniture means the things used in a house, such as tables and chairs. Grave. A grave is the place where a dead person is buried. Ideal. An ideal thing is the best that it can possibly be. Intelligence. Intelligence is the ability to learn and understand things. Obtain. To obtain is to get something you want or need. Religious. Religious means related to or about religion. Romantic. Romantic means related to or about love. Shell. A shell is a hard covering that protects the body of some sea creatures. Shore. A shore is the edge of a large body of water. Wheel. A wheel is a round thing on a vehicle that turns when it moves. Wooden. Wooden objects are made of wood. Appliance. An appliance is a piece of equipment used for jobs in the home. Basin. A basin is a large bowl for washing things. Broom. A broom is a brush with a long handle used for cleaning floors. Caterpillar. A caterpillar is a small insect that looks like a worm and eats plants. Cupboard. A cupboard is a piece of furniture that is used to store food or household items. Delicate. Delicate things are easy to break or harm. Emerge. To emerge from something means to come out of it. Handicap. A handicap is a condition that limits someone's mental or physical abilities. Hole. A hole is a hollow space in something solid. Hook. A hook is a sharp, curved piece of metal used for catching or holding things. Hop. To hop means to jump a short distance. Laundry. Laundry is clothes that have been or need to be washed. Pursue. To pursue is to chase or follow someone or something. Reluctant. Reluctant means not wanting to do something. Sleeve. Sleeves are the part of a shirt in which arms go. Spine. The spine is the group of bones that run up and down the middle of the back. Stain. A stain is a dirty mark that is difficult to clean. Strip. A strip is a long, narrow piece of material or land. Swear. To swear means to promise to do something. Swing. To swing something means to move it back and forth or from side to side. Acre.